Hi guys and welcome. Today we're going to be looking at basically building a short little piece out of the different skills that we've learned to use in GarageBand so far. So we've looked at how to input sounds with our keyboard and our software instruments. We've looked at how to use the drummer, and we've looked at how to use the loop library over here. So what we're now going to be looking at is how to try and put all that together. Most modern compositions are a combination of program sounds like program drums and loops with parts that are recorded or played in. So let's start off by creating a drum track. Okay, we're going to use the skills we've looked at here. We're going to start off and we're going to choose a preset we're happy with. Let's say we're happy with this one, so I'm going to do this quickly. We're going to move this over here so it's kind of only a moderate volume and complexity for the first part. And I'm going to make my second part substantially more complex. Alright, so say I've got those two there. Have a listen. Now, for the purposes of this, I'm going to actually make these sections shorter. So I'm going to make this one only for 4 bars. And then I'm going to drag this one over. And I'm going to make this one only 4 bars as well. So there we go. So our whole thing only goes for 8 bars. So let's have a listen. Okay, so that's our 8-bar little piece. Next thing we're going to do, we've added our drum parts, so we're happy with that. You've experimented for a while, you've chosen 2 different sections. We're going to open up our loop library, we're going to find some loops. So today I think I'm going to go with some strings. So don't ask me why, I've just picked that one. So let's have a listen to some of these. Cool. I quite like the sound of that, so I'm going to drag this in over here. But I'm going to make that go longer, so I'm going to make that go for the duration of my piece. Let's have a listen to those two together. Great. So we've now added in a loop and drums, so we're happy with how that's going. Now we're going to combine that idea with, we're going to add in some software instruments or some MIDI playing, so playing on our computer keyboard. So I'm just going to pause for 1 second. Okay, thanks guys, just had to get organized. So what we're now going to do, we've got our drummer in and we've got our loop in, we're happy with those. Now we're going to add a software instrument that we're actually going to play the part in. So we're combining all our skills we've learned. So up here on the plus, and we choose software instrument and click create. Now for this particular one, I think I'm going to choose some kind of bass. So I think given that sort of sound is happening there, I'd like to have more of an electronic bass. So I'm going to choose synthesizer, and that gives you lots of electronic sounds, and I'm going to choose bass. And I've used this one before, Dirty Fifth, I quite like it. So it sounds like this. So it's got an electronica sort of vibe. So what I'd like to do with this part is I'm going to get it to come in halfway through as the drums change and become more active. So it's like the first bit's a little intro to a song, and then the full beat with the bass really comes in. So I'm going to go up here, I'm going to hit record. I've already got my musical keyboard here, but say I didn't have that, 2 ways I can get that. I can either go up to Window and go down and choose Show Musical Typing, or the shortcut is Command K. So I simply hold down Command and K, and that pops up for me. So here we go, have a listen. I'm going to record a very simple part. It's probably only going to use 2 notes. So have a listen, I'll record the part, where we go. There's your count in. As the drums change, we're going to come in here and go 2, 3, 4. Alright, so there's our part. Let's have a listen, see if we're happy with that. Turn it up a little. now we've got that idea. Say we wanted to loop that over, so I might grab my drum section there, drag that out, loop it over a bit. Then I might want to loop that one as well. And say I've got this one here. I want to continue that loop some more. So let's have a listen, see if that kind of loops over cleanly. Now, notice something's happened here. When we drag the drum part out and we drag the sample part out, they both repeated, but that didn't happen with the one we played in. Why? Because it's not a loop or it's not a sample. It'll only record what we play. If you want to loop that one, what you actually need to do is select the part, go up to Edit, and go Copy, and then go to the section you want it to be on. Make sure the correct track is selected over here, because whatever track you select is where it'll put it, and then paste it on, and now you'll have the two parts together. Loops. Great. So just to recap, what we've done here, oops, you couldn't see me for some of that, doesn't matter. All right, what we've done here is we've combined the three skills of being able to know how to manipulate our drummer, how to add loops from our loop library, and how to work out and play in parts using software instruments. So these are the three fundamental skills that we need in order to effectively work with GarageBand. Okay, go ahead and try this, guys, and I look forward to seeing what you come up with.